Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off of play action, here's Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. Just a gain of a couple there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And it's fielded at the 34. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Finding some room at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now following the touchdown, Hoff Richter to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's Lance. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Lance looking to throw it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Lance now on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they changed things up on first down, trying to throw the ball. Incomplete, so they come back on second down and say, forget that. Hand it off to the big man. It ends up making it a manageable 3rd down.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Off to Thomas on the left side. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Lance again here on 2nd and 10. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there for the Niners. One of the good things about throwing it in his direction, he usually has the size advantage on those two-man catches.
And what I like about his game is that he carries himself at his full height. He understands it's an advantage and uses it at every opportunity.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982. And that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable because so many of them were 982 and counting.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. And then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st down, Lance. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Lance gets this one to Juszczyk. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right? But I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, wherever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher. So sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor. But on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a toss right side for Breida. Finding room to the 20. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And he whips that one incomplete there.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. On play action, Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On second down, a run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now is Lance. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lance. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Back to throw here.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled it for just a short gain.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run once more with Sermon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give running left is Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The pass rush specialist, Dee Ford, in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. This one caught by Ridley.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Play action. Now it's Lance. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. Steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 11 now. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 79 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. It's a big play there on 4th and 10. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Lance. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Foye Sade-Aluakin able to get outside the numbers and drop it for a loss of a yard.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 11, the 40, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing after the interception. Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a give to Breida. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Lance to throw it. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Again, it's Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing